Welcome everybody. This is Trevecca's Waggoner Library. My name is Perla Spear. I am the Online Learning Services librarian here at Trevecca's Waggoner Library. I'm sitting in my backyard. I'm illustrating for you that the virtual library is any place. We have a beautiful physical building, but most of our resources, or many of them, can be accessed online. You can chat with the librarian, you can look at ebooks, you can pull up a Bible online, you can search for full-text journal articles all through the virtual library. Let's get started talking about these options. Okay, everybody, we are here at the library homepage. This is where all the library action starts. So right here on the homepage is where you get access to articles, where you can find books, where you can get assistance, where you can use some of our services like Interlibrary Loan, like meeting with a librarian, and there's other great stuff here on the library homepage. I want you at some point take a minute and look at the things that are on the purple menu, get a good understanding what you as a student have access to. And that's why the links are here, because we want you to have that access very easy. There's also some links toward the bottom and contact information, shortcut to schedule a meeting with a librarian, quick links to all the databases, to research guides, and once again, meet with a librarian. Are we hitting that too hard? I don't know, but anyway, we're available. The biggest thing I want you to see on the library homepage is the Discovery search box. That's what's here. We call Discovery our search for the main collection, which is actually the primary collection. It's mostly our journals, books, ebooks, streaming video, DVDs, dissertations, and other resources are all searched in Discovery. Think Google search here, where you can put in one search term and you get all kinds of formats. So we've got a great search term, right? It's just perfect for this orientation. We're going to search theology. We can click one of these icons here to make our limit at the front end. In other words, if I knew I wanted books, I'm just going to click books and then do the search, or articles and then do the search. But for today, so you can see what we're doing, I'm going to just let it be Discovery and click the green icon with the magnifying glass to execute the search. So now one of the first things I hope you see is that it's saying there are over 1,400,000 records that are in libraries worldwide. Now, we really don't want libraries worldwide. I mean, it's cool and all, but we want to be looking at Trevecca holdings. So on the left, in the Refine options, we can limit our search to Trevecca. So we're simply clicking that box and it's eliminating other libraries. And so all of this is owned by Trevecca. So now you're looking at Trevecca Access. But we still have a huge number. And in this group, we are seeing different types of content. We are seeing this is actually just the journal itself, the theology journal. We have a book called, another journal, Rural Theology. There's Systematic Theology, which is an ebook. And we have some other ebooks here mixed in with print books and actual journal articles. So it's a bit unproductive to be using this to just scroll through and find something. Use the limiters on the left. So here's where we can say, I want to see only ebooks. And so I'm going to click ebooks. And I have my limit down now to 6,000 and some. That's great, but still it's way big, isn't it? So here's where, you can add another topic here. So we could put in a culture, we could put in denomination. We can put in something like worship. We can do something biblical, where it's looking at the biblical connections to theology, historically. And you can do that, your choice. Today we're just going to search this simply. One of the other limiters on the left to refine this is publication years. And I know publication year is really not a big deal with theology, because you can have something excellently done on Wesleyan theology in the 1920s. It's still relevant today in 2020. However, if there's something that is culturally significant, or maybe it has a time factor to it, you want to use your date ranges. So I did the last 10 years. So we're now looking at, if you look at our limit options here, we've limited to Trevecca, to ebook, and to the last 10 years. That's great. Now, remember, it's just ebooks. So how do you get an ebook? Well, the ebook is very simple. To view the ebook, you're going to just click here because you're going to view the ebook. So that's it. You're just going to click that and it'll open the ebook for you, where you can view the table of contents and you can jump around the book however you want to. Download a chapter. You can read the whole book if you wanted to. I have some information for you later about that in terms of tutorials. We don't have time in this orientation to do that for you. You'll have to generate some of that on your own, but I'll show you where that's at. In the refine the search where it says sort by, this is also cool. You can sort results and you can sort them by authors' names. So if you were really looking for a particular author, you could do that, but you can also put them up here, so that'd be simpler. But you can do newest to first and oldest to first. I don't know how much that makes a big difference, but it's cool, so I'm going to do newest to first. And so you'll see those books in our collection that are 2020 that have to do with theology. And remember, these are ebooks. Now, when you want to change your search, you're simply going to click out or X the one you don't want anymore. So we don't want ebooks anymore. So I've gotten rid of that. And now I'm going to look at article. I'll go to articles. I'll go to articles. Sorry, I was just vacillating. But I'll go to articles. It makes sense that this number is going to be pretty high because you can get, 10 to 20 articles per journal issue, so the numbers are going to be greater. But here's where you need to apply the peer-reviewed process. If you look at content type on the limiters now, you can really change this. So now we can go, boom, peer-reviewed. And it's going to limit our results. All of these articles now are peer-reviewed. And we still have this in newest first order. That's why you're seeing the 2020s first. To see these articles, if there's a full text available online, you'll see that. It'll either say view PDF or view full text. And you simply click that and it'll direct you to the database or the resource where you can pull out that full text. Very cool and robust. However, this isn't looking at all the databases that we have available. So you want to use this as a starting place and then branch out into other databases. So where do you get other databases? You look on the right. If you go to library links here, these are shortcuts from the results page to get to other library content. So right here is the database list. There's research guides, you can get help, you can browse e-journals, or you can go back to the library homepage. You also, if you're struggling here, you can just quickly initiate a chat with a librarian. And so you can say, I'm looking for theology of such and such, theology of worship, and I'm not finding anything, or the library page isn't loading, something, but you'll be able to have immediate contact with the librarian during virtual reference hours. I'll show you where those are in just a bit. So now we're going to leave the discovery search, and we're going to go to the databases. So I'm under library links, and I'm going to click database list. This is cleverly titled our A to Z pages. It's A to Z, our databases that we have available. The easiest way to find religion databases here would be to go under the subject. So I'm going to click the down arrow where it says select a subject. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to choose religion. And I have 10 databases that focus on religion topics. The very first is Atla Religion, and that is like really one of the most premier databases that you want to be using. So to get to the database, you're just going to click the title. It's beneficial. Now, I also want you to look on the right. We do have religion research guides. These are research guides. These are the shortcuts to library content that have been curated by librarians for our students. Some of these are by program, some of them are by we call a how-to, like the Chicago Manual of Style is a how-to. And then we have program guides here. Religion is a broad topic guide because, as you see, there's multiple religion majors listed here. But this is a broader topic. Do you see your program guide here? MA Theology and Biblical Studies. Let's click that. Just another way to access it. There is a link here for information about me, how to get in touch with me. I am working from home for quite a while, so I won't be in person in the library. So the way students are meeting with me is through Zoom or Teams, Microsoft Teams. So there's links to make a research consultation with me. There's also a broader link to meet with a librarian. So this could be any librarian. You don't have to meet with me. You're open to meet with any librarian, because sometimes if time is significant, I may not have availability, but somebody else does. And they know how to help you and will meet your needs. So just schedule your appointment there. Okay. One of the major things on this page is Chicago style. So Chicago style is the format style that you'll be using to write your papers. Perhaps you're familiar with APA, maybe you're familiar with MLA or Turabian. Chicago style is its own style. It closely mirrors Turabian, but obviously it's not the same, otherwise it would be called Turabian. But it is the Chicago Manual of Style, or abbreviated CMOS. You're using the 17th edition. As you're looking here, you are getting just a brief bit of information about it so you understand what you're doing, but it's not giving you in-depth content. If you were to look at the EResources here, there is a general video that gives you a good foundation about the CMOS and help you as you are creating your papers and writing and doing your notes and footnotes. There is a link here to a wonderful online site created by the CMOS publishers and editors that is kind of similar to what I would say is the OWL at Purdue or some of the other online citation resources. Here is a wonderful tutorial about how to use Discovery to find journal articles. And then when you click on Atlas Serials, which is one of your primary databases, there's another video tutorial to walk you through it, because we don't have time in this orientation to really do that well. And Atlas is very robust. It's different than anything you've used before, because it includes, as I mentioned before, book excerpts. It has a scripture search, and you see links to how to understand and use that in the database. So if that is a point of access that you are wanting to do, use these links here to find that information so you understand it, so you can use it efficiently. If you're a Google Scholar user, please link your results to Trevecca's library. Google Scholar is really an effective and wonderful research tool, but customize it. Make Google Scholar work for you by linking your library holdings into Google Scholar, and there are simple steps right here to help you do that. You can request an Interlibrary Loan for Google Scholar resources, as well as any other resources that may be available. Interlibrary Loan works excellently for journal article reprints. They are sent as PDF files to you in your email account. The link to how to request. Once again, we have a short little video, how to request the Interlibrary Loan. It can be complicated, and we do get questions. I can't figure out how to do it. So we want to put this in there to buffer you and make sure you understand on the front end. So when you make the request, it's all done very easily. Okay, there's no fee for this. You will need your campus ID number of your technology content that you get from Campus ITS. If you don't know it, click here and you can initiate a chat with the library. We'll pull it up. It's part of our system because it matches our students. RefWorks is a tool you can learn about on your. The last section is just resources by topic, and pretty much these resources are links to content from Discovery and Atla Religion with Atlas Serials database. So you got books and you got articles on that. They are by no means exclusive or comprehensive. They are a jump start. So you're not struggling or like, I don't think there's anything here. There is stuff here. We'll help you get started with it. Then the last thing is the need help. So it's contact information. And you've already seen on the very beginning, on the welcome page is my contact. So please use that as needed. I want to leave you with one last thing. I'm going to go up here to the general library information. There are 10 fast facts you need to know about using the library. The first, your TNU login, the one you use in Blackboard, is the one that you'll be using if you get prompted to access databases remotely. Second, the research guides, particularly this one, will be your lifeline as you progress through this program. Bookmark these. The library website is rich with all kinds of services and information. Explore it, use it. Discovery search is a tremendous beginning point for your research. There are other databases, over 200 databases. Use the A to Z databases page and explore others. Ebooks are going to be a major part of your learning because we have so many of them. Use the ebook links and learn about them using the tutorials. If you're visiting the library, be sure you click this link here because it's important information for you, because, especially since we are COVID precautions on campus. There are things you need to know before you come on campus. Don't stop from using Interlibrary Loan. Take advantage of it. Make requests, get article reprints as much as you need them. It is an incredible free service for you as a student here at Trevecca. If you need help, reach out to the librarians. There are multiple ways that you can get in touch with us. And lastly, this little purple guy here, our Discovery Squirrel, is our mascot, and you see him all over in the library and different things. I'm excited to be working with you. Please reach out if you need it. Welcome to Trevecca, and blessings on you as you start this program.